from New Era Field. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Hey, ball. You better be afraid of me.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 4 down.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
All day, defense, all day. Ran,
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, they're lucky. If that was roughing, it would have been a first down. Instead, still 4th.
But now it brings up a decision, doesn't it? Now you're in a position where maybe it changes what you do.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's here's the Chicago offense coming back.
One of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
The Bills get it over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
58. 180. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Wall alert. Get wall.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Allen hands off to McCoy, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Go 58's the mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Middle. Hey, turn.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes Cohen. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on third down, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. 59 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. The point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the outcome.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Trubisky. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen, he finds McCoy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now this throw caught left side. 23 yards, the final tally. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Allen finds his tight end, Kroon, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in, and the Bills have retaken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Out he goes. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Davis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, McCoy. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trent Murphy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So 1st down carry for Davis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Foot out, check.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Jets. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throwing on second and long. Darnold, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 85 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check right, check right.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
What we got?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk them?
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
New York set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Darnold over the middle, complete. That's Bell. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Open man is Anderson, and he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 6 yards in the first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ladies! Good track, good track!
Throw left side, complete to Ross. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And now the throw hauled in by Green, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Mike, check.
And Dalton to throw. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
I'm going back to you. He's crossing. He's checking 2 by 2. Move. Rager.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's get there.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 37-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And Green with a catch left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to Mixon on first down. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Ross. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Mike, guys up, wait! Get this one.
Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 4-yard line.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and goal, Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Bengals are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky going up top for Miller. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up third down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 18.
Trubisky to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check the backer. Blue.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
57 to Mike. Hey, keep it up. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Throwing again. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Escaping the pressure. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Alert, 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 alert.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Game on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Heads up. Lead. Line 59. Switch up. Switch up.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First down, Bengals.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Double time. Double time. Even. Fourth down. Even.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. But it's going to be second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, well, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
No, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. For the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
it, jump it, hop at it, hop at it. Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but dig deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? Check, you know. I'm coming.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Newton throwing again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down now, it's Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1 yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. First down, a run with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 59 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
We got to step it up.
Play action. It's Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. These two teams all tied after one. Third and long, it's Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready. Check. Yo.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Newton to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
20.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception.
I came to win. Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got